Like, I guess this is a little sports dirty. It has to do with a song. I was at the pool the other day and heard a song for the first time. They just played it over the loudspeaker, you know. And Biggie said he had heard it, and I never had. It's a country song. I loved it instantly. You know how I do with country. This woman was singing it, and it starts out like she's in trouble. She's met a guy. Dad's going to be mad. And I was like, what's going on? You know, I was like, wonder what's going on.
You're following along.
I was. It was telling a good little, you know how country songs will do and tell a story.
Oh, yeah.
And what was wrong was she's from Athens, Georgia, and the new boyfriend's got her wearing Tennessee Orange. And that's the name of the song, Tennessee Orange. Oh, I have just a moment of it here. In Georgia, they call it sin.
For him.
And I told Biggie, I was like, you know this song? He's like, yeah, I know this song. Listen to this.
Took me to Knoxville last Saturday, and I wore the hat on his dash to the game. Sure wasn't Athens, but I fell for him under those Neyland lights.
She's talking about Neyland Stadium, and it wasn't Athens, but now she's met a guy and she's wearing Tennessee Orange for him. I loved it. I was like, I sat up.
Y'all hearing this?
Like, y'all hearing this? She's wearing, because at first it's like she's in trouble. You know, I was like, oh, she's pregnant. And it's like, no, she's wearing Tennessee Orange. And it's like, Daddy's going to disapprove, but I love him so much.
Is there any resolution at the end? Does her family accept Tennessee Orange?
No, but at the end, she's just like, Mama, you got to tell Daddy it's just going to have to be okay. I'm wearing Tennessee Orange.
I love them.
Don't you love this song? I love it.
I do like it.
I think it's great.
It's a modern-day Romeo and Juliet.
It is. So the owner of our company, the president of our company, is a Tennessee volunteer.
He's Tennessee Orange.
And he's Tennessee Orange for sure. So I sent him this song. I was like, here, do you want to, here's a song about Tennessee. I think you'd really like it. And he wrote me back and said, I've known about this song for years. He's Tennessee.
Well aware of the song.
He's Tennessee Orange. I guess I wear Tennessee Orange for him. That's
you would.
He's the one that took me to my only Tennessee game. He took me to a game, Tennessee against LSU 10 years ago. And I wore Tennessee Orange for him. You know, I was the only.
And if he came to you and said, I need you to wear Tennessee Orange every day, you would say, absolutely.
I would do it.
I will go right now.
The owner of our company, and I would put on a Tennessee hat. I've never been a Tennessee Vol, but I thought, here's a new song for you. He's like, this song is a few years old. And
I do know.
Is it really? I never heard it. Yeah, I'd never heard it. But I thought it was a cool
Did it make the jump from country radio to pop, or is it always exclusively country?
I've never. It's country. And
you go bring it up at the lake, Kelly?
Heck yeah. I could actually contribute something at the lake.
They played that at the lake.
They probably played it at the lake before, and I didn't notice it. But as soon as because it's a nice little opening. It's like, oh, I'm dating this guy, and Mama, Daddy's going to be so upset. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? It's like, and they're like, he's really great, but he's got me wearing Tennessee Orange. And it made me think of that guy from years ago who hates the Tennessee Orange. Remember that guy he's an Alabama fan.
Yeah.
And hated Tennessee Orange. That was his whole thing, how much he hated the orange.
Man, I hate Tennessee because, first of all, it's Tennessee. And I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches. And I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention. And I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about their colors too. I thought that was interesting.
It reminds me, and it's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. See, Tennessee's colors is that throw up orange. It's not that orange that you can sit with. It's that puke inside of a pumpkin orange.
It's throw up orange, and she's wearing Tennessee Orange for him, you know?
Yeah.
So as soon as I heard that, I was like, my God, that guy's got to be outraged at this song. When he hears this,
the song hits home.
He's got to be outraged by it. Yes, it does hit home. I really did like it. Trisha, you're talking about the Tennessee song, Tennessee Orange. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just letting you know that's about your boy, Morgan Wallen. That's his ex-girlfriend.
Get out.
Whoa, another level.
What?
Stop the presses.
Get out. So she's wearing Tennessee Orange for him. Oh, I had no idea.
Exactly.
I had no idea. Her name is Megan Maroney. Yeah.
Megan Maroney, yeah.
God.
Do you know if she has other hit songs?
Yeah, she does. She's got a huge following, too, especially since she's a Taylor Swift of country kind of right now with her song. She's really good.
Okay.
That's big.
Well, I did like it. Thank you so much,
Oh my
Tricia.
God. Are they still together?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
But if they were dating at the time when
Morgan
this
and
game
Megan?
was written. Yeah.
Okay, I'm wearing Tennessee orange because he's East Tennessee. That's his whole. Every half his songs have the words East Tennessee in the song. He'll say like, "She's coming to East Tennessee with me." Well, that's another layer to it. Now, yesterday, this is sports dirt. Yesterday, almost everybody was talking about the Caitlin Clark, this foul on Caitlin Clark, the shove down of Caitlin Clark. So much so, and boy, I heard that discussed on ESPN, on Fox Sports 1. I watched a lot of stuff yesterday. And the real question, and we had already talked about it, like, is it jealousy of Caitlin Clark? Is it racial?
Is it rookie hazing?
Is it rookie hazing? I don't think other rookies have been treated this badly, though. I mean, she's been knocked around pretty good. And the woman who knocked her down basically did it for no reason. It does seem like jealousy to me is what happened. But Pat McAfee had to apologize because he said he called Caitlin Clark. Now, here's the context. He says, this rookie class, call it for what it is. It's not about rookie hazing. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who's a superstar. She gets knocked down. He had to apologize for using the B word when it addressed Caitlin Clark. So later he said, I shouldn't have used the words white bitch as a descriptor of Caitlin Clark. Even if we're talking about race being a reason for some of the stuff happening, I have way too much respect for her.
A little late for that, Pat.
And way too much respect for women to use that term. So he's apologized, but he did use that term.
Why in the first place?
I think he
sounds like he was even in her corner.
I think he is in her corner. I think he's saying people are calling her this and knocking her down. He was saying it is a racial thing.
Yeah, he was very much, he just ranting.
Yeah.
And he didn't, this sounds weird to say, he didn't mean it, I think, in a derogatory
way.
Do you think in his mind he meant this is what people who are against her are thinking?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I do think that's
They're
what he's
saying, I'm going to take down this.
Yeah, but he
keyword,
apologized. Then Angel Reese, who is a competitor against Caitlin Clark, who's in the WNBA. Now, she was a pretty big name for LSU. They played in the national championship 2 years ago, and they played in the Final Four. LSU beat Iowa. And remember, there was a lot of confrontation between those two at the time because Caitlin Clark, who does some like jawing and on the court, she'll do a lot of trash talking. And then when Angel Reese did that, she said it was racial because she was criticized for it and Caitlin Clark wasn't. So now Angel Reese has said, basically yesterday, she said, look, this whole thing, the reason women's basketball is suddenly being watched by so many people is not because of just one person.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, just because of one single game. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
I don't think that's true.
She's completely wrong.
I agree with you. I don't think that's true.
Sorry.
Yeah.
She couldn't be more wrong if she tried.
It really is because
the
of one
only
person.
reason she's relevant is because of Caitlin Clark playing in that game.
Yeah.
And those two drawing. Once again, she's relevant because of Caitlin Clark.
I think you're right. See, to me, that points out jealousy from other players, including her, that, hey, Caitlin Clark's being followed so much. Caitlin Clark's a great player.
Yeah.
Angel Reese may be better. I don't know.
If Caitlin Clark had stayed another year at Iowa, I don't think anyone would be talking about the WNBA right now.
Oh, you're right.
No way that these Angel Reese and anyone else would be being talked about. That just wouldn't happen.
That's what points to the jealousy of the other players. Like, it's all about Caitlin Clark because she's just saying, well, it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
It is all her.
And Caitlin Clark does run her mouth up and down the court, 1,000%.
Right.
But as far as I know, she's not said anything over the line. And I guess maybe the only thing you can say is, well, rookies aren't supposed to talk trash, but she's better. She's better than most of the WNBA players.
But wait a minute. But not right now. I mean, she was better in college for sure, but her numbers aren't even close to the best WNBA player right now, are they?
I mean, she was doing up until she did get hurt last game. But up until that, I mean, she was averaging somewhere between 15 and 20 points a game and about 5 and 5 rebounds and assists.
Is that a top of the list when it comes to the WNBA?
Probably in the top 10 at least, yeah.
So I don't follow it that much, but she's played, a handful of games, 10 or 11 games. I would characterize her play as middle of the pack. I don't know, though. I don't see the other players play.
Yeah, I mean, there's several. The good players are out there, and see, that's why I don't buy into the race thing either.
You don't?
No, because the other good players are white. The best players in the WNBA are white.
But don't you think? Now, I heard Michael Wilbon say this yesterday on Pardon the Interruption. He thinks it's racial. He thinks we have all of a sudden, a sport that is dominated by African Americans, and suddenly the one person who's followed and who's made the WNBA what it is white, and so it is taken to heart by some African Americans, including the girl who knocked her down. But I don't know. I just don't know enough about it to know if it's racial or not. But a lot of people did seem to think that yesterday. Yeah. And he compared it to Larry Bird coming into the NBA. I mean, you got to earn your spot in the NBA when you're white. And he came in, but he was a great player from the very beginning. So he earned respect almost instantly. I think a lot of these players in the WNBA are saying, hey, she ain't all that. And her numbers are not, I don't think they're great. They're good, I guess. Yeah. But it's not like she's come in and averaged 30 points a game. She's not doing what she did in college. Not even close.
When's the season end? It's not a long season.
Not that many games, like 30 games. Yeah. So 2 or 3 months, I guess. Nikki, you're talking about the Caitlin Clark versus the WNBA. Go ahead.
Yes, I think if you take her back out of the WNBA, that they're going to lose a lot of fans again. And, it's a shame that it has to be the black against white thing, because it shouldn't be that way. They shouldn't be jealous over each other. They should play and treat each other like they're decent damn people. But it is partially racial, and that's the shame of it all. It's the same way with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. They had to deal with all that crap, and they're two good human beings, and you know that those two ladies are two good human beings. They're just competitors, and that's just the way it goes.
Well, that's exactly what they were saying yesterday. A lot of the experts were saying just that, and comparing it to the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, to them entering the NBA. Remember, Isaiah Thomas didn't like that Larry Bird was white. He gave him some guff there. They had to sort of have a little they had a press conference about it many years ago. Cody, you're talking about Angel Reese now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically what I was reading yesterday is somebody left a great comment on a post, and it said that if you're good at something, you'll let everyone know, but if you're great at something, people will let you know. And I just felt like she kind of had to have her own little Me Too moment of, well, what about me? Talk about
Angel
me.
Reese. That's what I thought. It's like, hey, there's two of us out here. It's like, well, wait a minute. And by the way, I agree. I thought, and she is wrong. I mean, it's all about Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
If Clark was still at Iowa, she'd be getting the coverage at Iowa, not the WNBA. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate it. And the games, by the way, the average attendance at a WNBA game is 6,500. At a Caitlin Clark game, it's 17,500. Yeah. So it's it's more than double at a Caitlin Clark game.
Say what you want.
It really, it's all about her.
Numbers don't lie.
Dylan, one more comment on it. Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. Go ahead.
Hey guys, P1. I think it's interesting that when she got knocked down, nobody helped her, because she may not have earned her team's respect yet, because when Bird first come in, Cedric Maxwell talked about it on the Bird Magic documentary. He said first day of practice, they were all riffing him, oh, here comes the white savior, and he goes, he knocked down about 5 jumpers in my face from 22 feet, and I was like, man, this kid can play.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think she hasn't earned her stripes yet, just not yet. Thank you very much, Dylan. Appreciate it. That's exactly right. I mean, when Bird came in, tremendous player. Immediately. Caitlin Clark, great player we know from college, not there yet in the pros. And a caller said that yesterday. Like, where are her teammates defending her? I'd like to see that next
Other
time.
end of the court.
Yeah, so far anyway.